Hello, and welcome to this baconbits video. Today I want to talk about a very interesting topic, and that is how to use profiles and states to install CrowdStrike on an Ubuntu machine. This is probably the most specific use of a baconbit video we've done yet, but I had a great experience with working with a client today, and we were able to get this running, and so I think it'd be a great video. Again, installing CrowdStrike onto an Ubuntu machine using bacon states and profiles. Let's get going. Now for this particular demo, I don't have a CrowdStrike application, so I'll be using some temp example files, but the state code will be exactly the same. So let's get to it. I've started this install CrowdStrike example state. I will be putting this up on our GitHub, so make sure you check the information below the description. Look for that GitHub link and get the code that I write here and use it as much as you want inside of your own network. I have some placeholder text. Obviously we don't need this, just wanted to get something going. As you can see, I have some required steps. These are directions that come directly from the CrowdStrike vendor, except for the first step. That's here, that's on us, that's in Bacon. And what you want to do on that first step is upload your DEB installer file and the CID text file. Now, that's already been done, so we'll get right to the state itself. First thing we have to do is we have to get the deb installer package and the CID file over to the Ubuntu machine. So let's start writing the code to do that. And first one, we're going to make a state called download CrowdStrike. Again, here the name doesn't mean anything to the computer, it just has to be unique among the other state IDs in this file. For this, we're going to use file.managed. File.managed allows for file copies to come from the Bacon server to the local machine. This is going to be the local name of the file. Temp bacon. This could be any path that you want or think is best for your install. And then Falcon sensor installer.deb. Source. The best way to get that link is go to repository, files, and the first one we're going to copy over or reference is going to be our Falcon sensor deb installer. Over here on actions, copy link. Now that I have that link, and that's over in actions, copy link, come over to my state and paste that in. Perfect. And now let's make ders true and skip verify true. So we've now told bacon using this one state to copy the deb file over. As you know, though, in our instructions we also need the CID file. And the reason we need the CID file has to do with the command line arguments for one of the steps. And it's this step right here. Activate the application with customer specific CID number. The command for that is a simple dpackage install on Ubuntu. Installer.deb, and we need to, oh no, that comes, we do the dpackage first, then we activate it. So for activating, we opt CrowdStrike Falcon CTL S CID equals, and this is where we're gonna have to put in that number. Sorry, no special characters there. There we go. You have to put in a number up there as part of the command line process. So how do we get this number into here? What we're going to do is replace, instead of passing in or hard coding in the CID number inside the file, which could be a security risk, what we'll do is copy a file over that has the CID and nothing else inside it, and then we will reference that CID value by performing a cat on the CID file.txt. And in that way, by referencing the file and catting it and using the parenthesis, the dollar parenthesis, we then pass the return of the cat into the command line argument for the CID flag. But we have to copy it over first, and this should not be install. We're not at the install part yet. This should be download. So download CrowdStrike, and then download CrowdStrike CID file.managed. Name. Again, this name is just going to be local to this install, this computer at that time. So we can end up calling it whatever we want. I'll just call it CrowdStrike CID.txt. Source. Let's go back to here, and this is my CrowdStrike example of my CID file. Copy a link. And paste it in here. Make those true, skip verify. True. Excellent. We now have two files copied over from the Bacon server. Now to our first step of the install. This is where we will do install CrowdStrike. According to the CrowdStrike instructions, this first part is just an install. Command.run. Name. And these are the instructions from CrowdStrike dpackage-i. And here we're going to reference this deb file. Great. Now, the result of this does create a file. And let's tell the state what file it's going to create. Falcon CTL. Excellent. And what this means here, lines 22 to 25. This means run the dpackage install command only if the Falcon CTL file does not already exist inside of /opt/CrowdStrike. If that file does not exist, then by all means run the installer. It's a pretty simple one. Now we're going to set the CID. Set CrowdStrike CID. Another simple one, command.run name. Here we'll do sudo /opt/CrowdStrike Falcon CTL. This is that command line that we referenced up in the comments. The third bullet point on line 4. Remember, I don't want to put in the actual CID value here. That would be bad for security. So again, what we'll do is get the return of catting the file on the local file system. And we know it's there because we're copying it down from the Bacon server. Now we're going to do a new thing here, something called on changes. Install CrowdStrike. Okay, what this means is we only want to run this CID, this Falcon CTL CID activation once. And we're using the onChanges flag to do that. OnChanges references, you see here, install CrowdStrike. It references this up here. If the install CrowdStrike state reports a change, as in performing an install, then the set CrowdStrike CID will run. If there is no change, meaning it did not run, and the reason it would not run is if this file exists, then we will not reactivate the Falcon service with the CID. And let's start CrowdStrike. Command.run. This is the command. The name is always the command that you, whenever you're doing command.run, the name key is just the command that you're going to run. So sudo systemctl start Falcon sensor. And again, we'll do another on changes here. And this time we're only going to start the Falcon sensor if setting the CID worked, if activating the CID worked. So set CrowdStrike CID. So if the set CrowdStrike CID reports a change, meaning it ran something, then we will start the service. And at the end of this, we want to clear the local CID file. So let's just do that. Clear CrowdStrike CID file. Command.run. Name. RM. Let's just do a sudo for good measure. RM-f. Let's clear this file out. We want to make sure that we clean this one up. Even if everything failed, we still want to delete this file because it does contain key security information. We don't want that to get out. Okay, so this is a state that I wrote for a client to install CrowdStrike on an Ubuntu, and it worked beautifully. So I'll be posting this on our GitHub, and below this video in the description you should see the link to the GitHub. And I hope this helps you and your team, even if you're not using this to install CrowdStrike but other similar types of software with multiple steps. This should help significantly. Also, if you have requests for baconbits videos, please send those my way. Comment at the bottom of the video. Send an email to techsupport@baconunlimited.com, and we look forward to hearing from you. And we'll talk to you soon. Go bacon!